Lesson 1: Clouds and Airplane Rides.
Hey Anna, did you know that when you're on an airplane, you can see the clouds up close?
Really? That must be amazing. I've always wanted to fly on a plane and see the clouds from above.
It's truly breathtaking. The clouds look like fluffy, white mountains in the sky.
I can't wait to experience that for myself. Flying must be such an exciting adventure.
It is. You get to watch the world below you as the plane soars through the air.
I bet the view from up there is stunning. I can only imagine how peaceful it must feel to be surrounded by clouds.
Absolutely. It's like being in your own little world, high above everything else.
I'm getting more and more excited to take my first plane ride. It sounds like such a magical experience.
It is. And you know, the best part is the feeling of takeoff and landing. It's such a rush.
Lesson 2: Perseverance in Language Learning.
Hey Anna, I've noticed you've been working really hard on your English.
Yes, I'm trying my best to improve. It's not always easy, but I'm not giving up.
That's great. Consistent practice is the key to getting better at a new language.
I know, but sometimes I get frustrated when I can't express myself as well as I'd like.
Don't worry, that's totally normal. Learning a language takes time and patience.
You're right. As a beginner, I just need to keep practicing regularly and not get discouraged.
Exactly. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it will become.
That's reassuring to hear. I'll keep up the practice, even when it feels challenging.
That's the spirit. I'm sure you'll be fluent in no time if you stay dedicated.
Lesson 3: The Growth of Nike.
Hey Anna, did you know that Nike started out as a small company?
Really? I always thought Nike was a huge, well-established brand from the beginning.
Not at all. In fact, it began with just a few people selling shoes out of the back of a car.
Wow, that's amazing. How did it manage to become such a global powerhouse?
Well, it was through their hard work and innovative ideas that Nike grew over time.
I see. I guess they must have really struck a chord with their products and marketing.
Definitely. Their simple yet memorable "Just Do It" slogan became the company's trademark.
That's a great example of how a small business can evolve into something so prominent.
Absolutely. It just goes to show that with dedication and creativity, anything is possible.
Lesson 4: Prompt Customer Service.
Hey Anna, have you ever had to deal with a customer service issue?
Yes, unfortunately. It can be quite frustrating when things don't go smoothly.
I agree. But I think the key is to address the problem quickly and professionally.
That's a good point. Resolving issues promptly is important for customer satisfaction.
Exactly. The quicker you can find a solution, the better the overall experience will be.
Definitely. No one wants to be left waiting and wondering when their problem will be fixed.
Right. And being polite and understanding can go a long way in these situations.
Absolutely. A little empathy and effort can make all the difference for the customer.
Definitely. It's all about providing great service and ensuring the customer feels heard.
Lesson 5: Societal Attitudes and Sexuality.
Hey Anna, have you noticed how societal attitudes towards sexuality have evolved over time?
Yes, it's been quite interesting to see the changes, especially in more conservative societies.
Definitely. Many Western countries used to have much more restrictive views on the topic.
That's true. But I'm glad to see more openness and acceptance in recent decades.
Me too. It's important for people to feel comfortable being who they are.
Absolutely. Everyone deserves to be able to express their sexuality freely and without judgment.
Exactly. Progress can be slow, but it's heartening to see more progressive attitudes emerging.
I agree. It's a complex issue, but one that's crucial for promoting equality and human rights.
Definitely. We still have work to do, but the direction seems to be moving in a positive way.
Lesson 6: The Joys of Spring.
Hey Anna, isn't it just wonderful now that the snow has melted and the rain has stopped? The sun is shining so brightly.
I know, John. I love this time of year. The flowers are blooming, the birds are singing, and it's just so refreshing.
Absolutely. There's something special about when the world comes back to life after the long winter.
Definitely. I can't wait to spend more time outdoors and go for walks.
Me too. The fresh air and greenery are such a mood booster.
Agreed. And the longer daylight hours are so nice. It feels like we have more time to enjoy the day.
For sure. I'm looking forward to barbecues and picnics in the park.
Ooh, yes, that sounds perfect. The warmer weather just makes everything feel more lively and fun.
I couldn't agree more. Spring is truly a beautiful season.
Lesson 7: Business Plans.
Hey Anna, I heard you're working on a new business idea. How's that going?
Oh, it's going well. I'm really excited about it. Just working out a few details in the business plan.
That's great. How long will the initial plan be for?
I'm thinking just 3 nights from Monday to Thursday for the first phase.
Ah, okay, nice and compact to start. And how many guests are you expecting?
I'm hoping for a great turnout, maybe around 20 to 25 guests for the first event.
Awesome, that sounds like a solid plan. I'm sure it's going to be a big success.
I hope so. There's still a lot to figure out, but I'm feeling good about it.
Well, I'm happy to help out in any way I can. Just let me know what you need.
Lesson 8: The Future of Work.
Hey Anna, have you been following all the talk about the future of work?
Yes, it's a really interesting topic. With more companies embracing remote work, it's changing the whole work environment.
Absolutely. The lines between home and office are really starting to blur.
Definitely. It's creating both challenges and opportunities. Have you decided on a business idea yet?
Not quite yet, but I'm getting closer. I'm trying to come up with something that takes advantage of the evolving work landscape.
That's smart. The pandemic has really accelerated a lot of those changes.
Absolutely. I think it's important to stay ahead of the curve.
Definitely. There are so many new possibilities opening up.
For sure. It's an exciting time, even if it can feel a bit uncertain.
Lesson 9: The Value of Sports.
Hey Anna, did you catch the latest news about the athlete pay debate?
Yes, it's been a hot topic. Critics argue that athletes are overpaid, but others say they provide an important service.
Exactly. There are good points on both sides. It's a complex issue.
For sure. I can see the perspective that athletes work full-time and play a key role.
Absolutely. Their training and performance add a lot of value to the country.
Definitely. And the government support they receive is an investment in national pride and unity.
Absolutely. Sports bring people together in a unique way.
Definitely. It's not an easy issue to resolve, but an important one to discuss.
I agree. There are no easy answers, but it's good to examine it from different angles.
Lesson 10: Negotiating Strategies.
Hey Anna, I heard you've been working on an important negotiation. How's that going?
It's going well, but there are definitely some tricky points we're trying to work through.
I see. What are some of the key issues you're focused on?
Well, we've agreed on the overall framework, but the details around the ground rules are still being hashed out.
I see. Those can be some of the trickier parts to nail down.
Absolutely. We want to make sure we have a solid foundation before moving forward.
That makes sense. What kind of timeline are you working with?
We're hoping to have the main terms ironed out in the next few weeks, if possible.
Okay, that's a reasonable timeline.
Lesson 11: The Hassle of Cooking.
Hey Anna, I'm really tired of deciding what to cook every evening. It's such a hassle.
I know what you mean, John. Figuring out meals can be a real challenge.
Exactly. There are just so many options, and it's hard to come up with something new and interesting every single day.
Have you tried meal planning? That might help take some of the stress out of it.
Meal planning? How does that work?
Well, you can plan out your meals for the week in advance. That way, you don't have to think about it every night.
That sounds like a good idea. Any tips on how to get started with meal planning?
Sure. Start by making a list of your family's favorite dishes. Then, look at your schedule for the week and plan accordingly. Prepare some easy to reheat meals for busy nights.
Ah, that makes sense. I'll have to give that a try. Thanks for the advice. It's really helpful.
Lesson 12: A Casual Gathering.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the party this weekend? It's a casual gathering to catch up with friends.
Oh, that sounds lovely. What's the occasion?
No particular occasion, just a chance to get together and enjoy each other's company.
That's nice. I could use a fun, low-key evening out. What should I bring?
Nothing too fancy, just yourself. We'll keep it simple, maybe some light snacks and drinks.
Sounds perfect. I'm looking forward to it. Who else is coming?
A few mutual friends, nothing too big. Just a relaxed get together.
Great, I can't wait. It'll be nice to see everyone in a casual setting.
Definitely. It'll be a nice break from the hustle and bustle.
Lesson 13: Portion Control Tips.
Hey Anna, have you been working on portion control lately? I've been trying to be more mindful of that.
Yes, it's something I've been focusing on too. One trick that's worked for me is,
Oh, really? What's the trick?
well, I started using smaller plates and bowls. It tricks my brain into feeling more satisfied with less food.
That's a good idea. I'll have to try that. Any other tips?
Definitely. Drinking more water throughout the day helps too. It keeps me feeling fuller.
Ah, yes, hydration is key. I've also found that eating slower makes me feel more satisfied.
Absolutely, that's another great one. It gives your body time to register when you're full.
Exactly. Portion control can be tough, but those little changes make a big difference.
Lesson 14, Art Appreciation.
Hey Anna, I've been meaning to ask, what's your favorite style of painting?
That's an interesting question. I'd have to say, I'm really drawn to Impressionist art.
Ah, yes, the bold brushstrokes and vibrant colors of the Impressionists are quite captivating.
Definitely. I love how they capture the essence of a scene in such a unique way.
I agree. Do you have a favorite Impressionist artist or painting?
That's a tough choice, but I'd have to say Monet's Water Lilies is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's an excellent pick. The way he depicts the light and movement is just mesmerizing.
Absolutely. And his use of color is simply stunning. What about you? Any favorite artistic styles?
I've always been fascinated by surrealism. The dreamlike quality and unexpected juxtapositions really appeal to me.
Lesson 15, Unaware Mishap.
Morning, Anna. I have a funny story to share from my camping trip last weekend.
Oh, do tell. I'm all ears.
Well, you know how I'm usually pretty aware of my surroundings. But this time, I was completely oblivious.
Haha, what happened? Don't leave me hanging.
So I was making breakfast and I didn't realize there was a skunk nearby. I guess I got a little too close because suddenly it sprayed me.
Oh no. That must have been awful. What did you do?
I had no idea what was happening at first. I just stood there, totally unaware, until the stench hit me.
I can only imagine your reaction. How did you get the smell off?
I had to take multiple cold water showers and use tomato juice. It took days to fully get rid of the odor.
Lesson 16, Travel Plans.
Morning. Have you decided on our travel plans for the weekend yet?
Good morning, John. I've been thinking about that. How about we go to London? I've heard it's a lively city with lots to see and do.
That sounds great, but do you think it might be a bit tight on our budget? The cost of living there can be pretty high.
You make a good point. We'll have to be mindful of our spending. What if we look into some less expensive neighborhoods, or maybe even a day trip outside the city?
Ah, good thinking. We could explore some smaller towns nearby. That might be a more affordable option.
Exactly. I'll start researching some quaint villages or countryside spots we could visit. That way we can still experience the English charm without breaking the bank.
Wonderful. I'm sure we can find a way to make it work. Let me know what you come up with, and we can finalize the plans.
Will do. I'm excited to plan this trip with you. I think it's going to be a great weekend getaway.
Me too. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, I'll let you get to work on the itinerary. Talk to you soon.
Lesson 17, Staying Positive.
Hey, how's the job search going?
Oh, John, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. I've had a few rejections, but I'm trying to stay positive.
I'm sorry to hear that. Job hunting can be really tough, but just be patient and follow the instructions. You'll get through this smoothly.
You're right. I know I need to keep my chin up. It's just frustrating when things don't work out the way you hoped.
I understand. But don't get discouraged. This is all part of the process. Just focus on the next opportunity and give it your best shot.
Thanks, John. I appreciate you reminding me to stay positive. I'll keep that in mind as I continue my search.
Exactly. You've got this. And remember, I'm here if you need a pep talk or just someone to vent to.
I'm really grateful for your support. It means a lot to have a friend like you in my corner.
Anytime. That's what friends are for. Now, let's grab lunch and you can tell me more about the latest lead you're pursuing.
Lesson 18, Work-Life Balance.
Hey, how have you been managing your workload lately?
Honestly, John, it's been a bit of a struggle. I feel like I'm constantly playing catch-up.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's so easy to get overwhelmed these days. Have you tried setting some boundaries?
I have. I've started setting boundaries and prioritizing my tasks. It's helping, but it's still a work in progress.
That's great that you're taking those steps. Just keep at it. Finding that work-life balance can be tricky, but it's so important.
Definitely. I've been trying to be more intentional about taking breaks and not overcommitting myself.
That's a smart approach. It's easy to get burned out if you don't make time for yourself.
Exactly. And I've noticed a difference in my productivity and overall well-being when I'm better at managing my time and energy.
I'm glad to hear that. It's all about finding what works best for you and your lifestyle.
Lesson 19, Camping Essentials.
Hey Anna, do you have any plans for a camping trip this weekend?
Hello, John. Yes, I'm planning to go camping. I want to make sure I have all the essentials.
That's great. What do you think are the most important things to pack for a camping trip?
I'd say a sturdy tent, a warm sleeping bag, and a portable cooking stove are the top priorities.
Absolutely, those are all must-haves. Anything else you're planning to bring?
I'm also going to pack some hiking boots, a first aid kit, and a flashlight or headlamp.
Excellent choices. Having the right gear can really make or break a camping trip.
Definitely. I want to be well prepared so I can just relax and enjoy the outdoors.
That's a smart approach. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time camping this weekend.
Lesson 20, Exploring New Perspectives.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you about something. Have you heard about the recent developments in the Gulf of Mexico?
No, I haven't. What's been happening?
Well, apparently there's been a shift in how the region is viewed. Traditionally, the river has been seen as a natural boundary between the eastern and western sides.
Interesting. I didn't know that. What's the new perspective on it?
From what I've read, there's been a growing recognition that the Gulf is actually a shared resource and ecosystem that connects the various states and countries around it.
That's a really interesting point of view. I can see how that could change the way we approach environmental and economic issues in the region.
Exactly. It encourages a more collaborative and holistic approach, rather than just focusing on individual sides or jurisdictions.
That makes a lot of sense. It's always good to challenge our assumptions and try to see things from a different angle.
Absolutely. I find it fascinating how our perspectives can evolve over time as we gain new information and insights.
Lesson 21, A Room for Everyone.
Hello, Anna. We need to figure out the room situation for the party this weekend. How many guests are you expecting?
Well, John, I'm expecting around 10 guests. It's important we choose the right room to accommodate everyone comfortably.
10 guests, got it. Let's see, our living room can fit 6 to 8 people, and the dining room can fit up to 10. What do you think would work best?
The dining room sounds perfect. It will give us enough space for everyone to sit and mingle. Plus, we can set up a nice spread of food and drinks.
Excellent, the dining room it is then. I'll make sure to tidy it up and get some extra chairs in there.
Wonderful, John. I really appreciate you helping me plan this out. It's going to be a great party.
No problem at all. I'm happy to help ensure everything is set up just right. Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Will do, John. I'll keep you posted on the final guest count as we get closer to the date.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Lesson 22, Grocery Shopping.
Hey Anna, I'm going grocery shopping. Would you like to join me?
Good idea, John. I need to buy some food for the week as well. Let's go together.
Great. Do you have a list of what you need?
Yes, I do. I need to pick up some fresh produce, like fruits and vegetables. And I also need to get some protein, like chicken or fish.
Awesome. I'm running low on staples like bread, eggs, and milk. Let's make sure we get everything we need.
Sounds good. I also want to pick up a few snacks, maybe some chips or cookies. What about you?
I was thinking of grabbing some ice cream. It's been a hot week, and I could use a cool treat.
Ooh, ice cream sounds perfect. Let's make sure we don't forget the essentials, like toilet paper and laundry detergent too.
Good point. Alright, let's head to the store and get this shopping trip started.
Lesson 23, Colors and Textures.
Hey Anna, I noticed you're wearing a really nice sweater today. I love the soft, cozy texture.
Thank you, John. I'm actually quite fond of this sweater. The color is a beautiful shade of blue, and the material is so comfortable.
Definitely. I always pay attention to colors and textures when I'm shopping. It makes a big difference in how an item looks and feels.
I agree completely. Texture is so important, whether it's the smoothness of a silk scarf or the ruggedness of a leather jacket.
Exactly. And different colors can evoke different moods and emotions. Like, a bright, sunny yellow can really lift your spirits.
That's a great point. I try to incorporate a variety of colors and textures into my wardrobe to keep things interesting.
That's a smart approach. Do you have any go-to color or texture combinations you really like?
I'm particularly drawn to rich, earthy tones like deep greens and browns. They just feel so warm and grounded to me.
Ooh, I can see that. Those colors would look beautiful paired with something a little more textured, like a chunky knit.
Lesson 24, Phone Numbers and Digits.
Hi Anna, do you remember your phone number?
Hi John, yes, it's easy to recall. How about yours?
My phone number is 123456789.
That's a memorable sequence of numbers. Mine is different.
Phone numbers play a significant role in our daily lives.
They are essential for communication and staying connected.
Absolutely. We rely on them to reach out to one another.
It's important to keep our phone numbers secure as well.
Yes, privacy is crucial in the digital age we live in.
Lesson 25, Surviving the Winter.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the settlers who decided to stay on the ship over the winter?
Yes, I did. It was a risky decision, but it seems about half of them managed to survive until spring.
That's incredible. I can't imagine how difficult it must have been, especially with the harsh winter conditions.
I know, it's quite remarkable. They must have had to be extremely resourceful and resilient to make it through.
Absolutely. Staying on the ship was probably their best chance of survival, given the circumstances.
Definitely. The alternative, trying to make it through the wilderness in the middle of winter, would have been even more perilous.
Good point. At least on the ship, they had some shelter and access to any remaining supplies.
Exactly. And they were able to wait it out until the weather improved and they could continue their journey.
Yeah, it's a testament to their determination and problem solving skills. I can't imagine how challenging that must have been.
Lesson 26, the customized bracelet.
Morning, Anna, did you hear about my sister's birthday coming up? I'm trying to find a special gift for her.
That's great, John. What did you have in mind? I think a customized bracelet would be a wonderful idea.
A customized bracelet? That's a fantastic suggestion. What do you think would be a good design for her?
Let me think. Maybe we could engrave her initials on it, or include her birthstone. Something personalized would make it really special.
That's a great idea. I think she'd really appreciate the personal touch. Do you know any good places to get a custom bracelet made?
There's a lovely jewelry shop downtown that does custom work. They have a wide selection of materials and designs to choose from.
Wonderful, I'll have to check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. I think she'll love a customized bracelet.
I'm sure she will, John. It's such a thoughtful gift. Let me know how it turns out. I'd love to see the final design.
Absolutely, I'll be sure to show you once I pick it up. You've been a big help coming up with this idea.
Lesson 27, Safety First.
Hey Anna, I wanted to chat with you about some new safety rules we've implemented at work.
Oh, that's good to know. What kind of safety rules are they introducing?
Well, they're mostly focused on personal protective equipment and proper procedures for handling hazardous materials.
That sounds like really important stuff. What kind of PPE are they requiring now?
Hard hats, safety goggles, and steel-toed boots are mandatory in all production areas. And we have to take training on chemical spill response.
Those seem like sensible rules. Safety should always be the top priority, especially in a workplace like ours.
Absolutely. They're also emphasizing the importance of reporting any unsafe conditions or near misses.
That's excellent advice. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for anything that could pose a risk and let someone know.
Great,
Lesson
I'm glad
28,
you're on
Addressing
board.
Concerns.
Following the rules is the best way to keep ourselves and our coworkers safe. Excuse me, I wanted to discuss an issue we had with our hotel room.
Oh? What seems to be the problem?
Well, when we checked in, we noticed a few amenities were missing from the room.
I see. That's certainly not the standard we expect. What was missing?
There was no mini fridge, and the coffee maker wasn't working properly.
That's really inconvenient. I can understand your frustration with those missing items.
Exactly. We brought it up to the front desk, and they said they'd send someone to address it.
I'm glad they're working on resolving the issue. Did they offer any compensation or alternative arrangements?
Yes, they apologized for the inconvenience and offered to move us to a different room.
Lesson 29, Rewarding Feeling.
Hi Anna. What kind of volunteer work have you been involved in?
I've been helping at the local animal shelter. It's been wonderful to see the rescued animals find loving homes.
That sounds amazing. I can imagine it must be so fulfilling to play a part in that process.
Absolutely. Seeing the joy on the adopters' faces when they connect with a pet is just the best feeling.
I can only imagine. Helping animals in need is such a noble cause. I admire your dedication.
Thank you, John. It's been incredibly rewarding, and I'm so glad I started volunteering there.
I'm sure the shelter really appreciates all the time and effort you've put in. It makes a big difference.
It does, and that's what keeps me going. Knowing I'm making a positive impact is so meaningful.
That's wonderful. It's great to see you so passionate about giving back to the community.
Lesson 30, Airport Shuttle Service.
Hey Anna, I wanted to mention that I booked a shuttle service for our airport transfer.
Excellent, John. That will make getting to the airport so much easier.
Definitely. I went with a reputable company that comes highly recommended.
That's great. I hate the hassle of trying to find transportation to the airport.
Me too. This way we don't have to worry about traffic or parking.
Exactly. And you said it's a reliable company, so I'm sure the service will be top-notch.
Absolutely. They have great reviews and a fleet of modern, well-maintained vehicles.
Perfect. That puts my mind at ease. I'm glad we won't have to deal with the usual airport stress.
Same here. This will make the start of our trip much more seamless and enjoyable.
Lesson 31, Superstitions.
Hey Anna, did you hear that yesterday was Friday the 13th? Some people think that's an unlucky day.
Really? I don't believe in superstitions like that. I think it's just a silly myth.
Well, a lot of people do take it seriously. They avoid doing certain things on that day.
Like what? What kind of things do they avoid?
Oh, breaking mirrors, walking under ladders, black cats crossing their path. All that kind of stuff.
That's so strange. I can't imagine actually changing my plans because of a date on the calendar.
Yeah, me neither. But some people get really anxious about it. They think bad luck will happen if they don't follow those superstitions.
Well, I'm glad I'm not one of those people. I'd rather just live my life without worrying about made up bad luck.
Me too. It's much more fun to just enjoy the day and not let silly superstitions ruin it.
Lesson 32, Shopping for Essentials.
Hey Anna, I've been meaning to go shopping for some new clothes. I need a few basics like jeans and t-shirts.
Oh, same here. I could use some new everyday pieces. What kind of stuff are you looking for?
Well, I need a couple pairs of dark wash jeans that fit well. And then just some solid colored t-shirts, maybe a few different colors.
Ooh, that sounds perfect. I was thinking of getting some new plain t-shirts too. They're so versatile.
Definitely. And with jeans, you can dress them up or down depending on the occasion.
Exactly. It's good to have those reliable wardrobe staples. Makes getting dressed so much easier.
Agreed. Hey, maybe we could go shopping together sometime this week? Cover more ground that way.
Yes, let's do it. I'm free on Thursday if that works for you.
Thursday is perfect. We can make a day of it, hit up the mall, grab some lunch.
Lesson 33, Cats in the Barn.
Hey Anna, did I tell you about the stray cats living in my uncle's barn?
No, I don't think so. That sounds like an interesting situation. How many cats are we talking about?
Oh, there must be at least a dozen of them. My uncle has been trying to corral them, but they keep multiplying.
Wow, that's a lot of cats. I can imagine it must be quite the scene in that barn.
You got that right. Every time I go near the barn, they come scurrying out. It really nips me.
Haha, I bet. Cats can be pretty skittish, especially feral ones. Have you thought about getting them fixed?
That's a good idea. My uncle has been trying to round them up to take them to the vet, but it's been a challenge.
I can imagine. Those barn cats are probably pretty savvy. Maybe you could set up some humane traps.
That's a thought. We'd have to be really careful not to scare them off completely.
Lesson 34, Gearing Up for Winter.
Ugh, I'm so tired of this cold weather. I need to find a good winter coat soon.
I know, right? The temperatures have really dropped lately. Time to bundle up.
For sure. My old coat just isn't cutting it anymore. I need something warmer and more durable.
Same here. I've been eyeing some of the new winter coat styles. Lots of great options out there.
Yeah? What kind of features are you looking for? I want something that will really keep me cozy.
Well, I want a coat that's waterproof and windproof, with a nice thick insulation. Gotta stay dry and warm, you know?
Definitely. And pockets are a must. Somewhere to keep my hands warm when it's freezing out.
Ooh, yes, good point. Lots of functional pockets is key. And a hood is important too.
Absolutely. I hate having a cold head and ears. A good hood makes all the difference.
Lesson 35, Adventuring Together.
So, Anna, I heard there's a new hiking trail that just opened up near the park. Wanna check it out?
Oh, that sounds adventurous. I'm definitely up for exploring a new trail.
Great, I thought it might be fun to get outdoors and do something active this weekend.
Absolutely. I'm always down for an adventure. We'll just need to make sure we're prepared.
For sure. We should pack some snacks, plenty of water, maybe even bring a small first aid kit.
Good call. And proper hiking shoes are a must. Gotta have the right gear.
Definitely. Don't want any blisters or twisting an ankle out there.
Exactly. This is gonna be fun though. I love discovering new scenic routes.
Me too. I bet the views from this trail are gonna be amazing.
Lesson 36, Planning Activities.
Hey Anna, have you heard about the new community center that just opened up downtown?
No, I haven't. What's it like?
It's massive. They have all sorts of facilities, a gym, an art studio, even a theater.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What kind of activities do they offer?
All kinds of things, fitness classes, art workshops, movie screenings, you name it. I heard they even have a prayer group that meets regularly.
A prayer group? That's great that they cater to the spiritual needs of the community too.
Exactly. They really seem to have something for everyone. I'm thinking of signing up for one of the cooking classes.
Cooking classes sound fun. I might join you. When do they offer those?
I believe they have them a few times a week, both during the day and in the evenings. We should check out the schedule.
Lesson 37, Decorating a Room.
Hey Anna, I heard you're redecorating your room. That's exciting.
It is. I'm having so much fun planning it all out. Do you have any ideas?
Well, I know you love flowers. Maybe some floral artwork or even some real plants would look lovely.
Ooh, yes, that's a great idea. And some balloons could add a really fun, festive touch.
Balloons? For a bedroom? Interesting choice.
Well, why not? They'd bring in some whimsy and color. Plus, they're inexpensive but can make a big impact.
Alright, I see your vision. Flowers, plants, and balloons. Sounds like it'll be a bright, cheerful space.
Exactly. I want it to feel warm and welcoming. Maybe we can go shopping for some decor items this weekend?
Sounds like a plan. I'm happy to give my opinion on anything you're considering.
Lesson 38, Trying New Italian Restaurant.
Hey Anna, have you heard about that new Italian place downtown? Wanna check it out?
Ooh, a new Italian restaurant? That sounds delicious. What kind of cuisine do they serve?
I'm not sure, but I heard it's a really authentic spot. Probably a mix of classic Italian dishes.
That's right up my alley. I love a good pasta or pizza. What do you think we should order?
Maybe we could start with some appetizers, like calamari or bruschetta. And then dive into the main courses.
Good idea. And we can't forget about dessert. I'm craving something sweet and indulgent.
Definitely. I bet they have some amazing tiramisu or cannolis. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Me too. Let's make a reservation and go check it out. I'm excited to try something new.
Sounds good to me. This is gonna be a delicious dinner date.
Lesson 39, Unfit for Military Service.
Morning, Anna. Did you know that during World War II, many young men were declared unfit for military service?
Oh really? I didn't know that. What were the reasons?
Apparently, a lot of them had poor eyesight, flat feet, or other physical issues that disqualified them.
Wow, that's interesting. I wonder how they managed to get by without those men serving.
Well, the women had to step up and take on a lot of the work. They worked in factories, drove trucks, and filled all sorts of roles.
I see. It must have been a real challenge for the country to make up for all those missing soldiers.
Definitely. But the women proved they could handle it. They were crucial to the war effort.
That's amazing. I never realized how much the women contributed during that time.
It's an important part of history that often gets overlooked. Those women were true heroes.
Lesson 40, Weekend Market Haul.
Hey Anna, I saw you at the weekend farmers market earlier. Did you find some good produce?
I did. I stocked up on all sorts of fresh fruits and veggies. Let me show you what I got.
Awesome, I'd love to see. What kinds of things did you pick up?
Well, I bought some chicken and turkey from the poultry vendors. And I got a variety of fish too.
Nice, seafood is always a great option. Anything else catch your eye?
Definitely, I found some beautiful, ripe tomatoes and crisp lettuce. Oh, and I couldn't resist those fragrant peaches.
Mmm, peaches sound delicious. Perfect for summer. Anything else in your haul?
I also grabbed a few bunches of leafy greens and some zucchini. Lots of healthy, seasonal produce.
Sounds like an amazing farmer's market trip. You're going to be eating well this week.